defeat like that on Saturday, what's going through your mind?
Yeah, Monday morning after a loss is always, it's always a tough place to be. I think particularly on the days when you just didn't perform and you didn't really turn up, which unfortunately for the lads is what happened. We got outplayed up front. Our discipline was poor, which is not something that we really have associated with this team. And the margins are small, but you have to credit England. They were very good. They produced their best game of rugby in a long time, and they found a way to win at the end and snatch it from us late on.
A lot of the talk this morning is about the decision making, and particularly in the final few minutes at Twickenham. What's your take?
Listen, it's hindsight's 2020, isn't it? And you've got three options. You try and play out from there and hold on to the ball for 90 seconds, but the referees are going after teams who purposely try to run down the clock. Had we done that, given a penalty away, everyone would say, why didn't we kick the ball? So I think to kick the ball was the right option. You probably would have liked it to have gone a little bit further out, maybe outside of our own half, and make them work a little bit harder. Or the third option you have is just to kick it long down the middle of the field, get a really strong kick chase, and hopefully, make England make up 60 or 70 metres back up the field. So we probably just gave them a little bit too much access into our half with been on our 10-metre line, but again they still would have backed their defensive structure and system to keep them out for 90 seconds. We've defended really well in this competition. A couple of lapses of concentration. England got the ball to the edge early, which is a brave thing to do, but they knew they had to be brave if they wanted to win. And then a couple of penalty advantages really put us on the back foot.
The challenge now is to go again this weekend, and when you've been part of a team that had a defeat like that really takes it out of you. How tough is that?
Yeah, it is difficult, and like I said, Monday mornings are tough. You're reviewing back the game, you're thinking about what you would have done differently. Wednesday, you're feeling a little bit better, and then Thursday you're back on the horse ready to go. I think one of the great things for this team is that they still have an opportunity to win a championship and to win a trophy in Dublin on St. Patrick's weekend. So those opportunities do not come around too often, and they'll have full appreciation of that. But listen, I think this team is so well abled, and they're good enough to know that on their day, if they produce what they're capable of, they'll win the championship.
Are you expecting a big response from them?
I am expecting a big response. I think it might be a nervy enough start, because after a loss like that, there's always a little seed of doubt in your head, and it takes you a small bit longer to get into the game. But this team is still a great team, and great teams produce big reactions after a loss, so I'd expect that.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Right, let's switch it up a bit then. Champions League is obviously a big deal on Virgin Media. We have it pretty much every second week now until the end of May. Who's your tip for the Champions League? Everybody's looking at City. Can anybody top them?
Yeah, listen, my tip is, I'm a Man United supporter, so it's hard for me to say. It's hard for me to say that City are in the driving seat. They look very good. They're strong. They showed that again last night against Liverpool. Real, Bayern. There'll be a few other teams who will back themselves to beat them. But I think if I had to nail my colours to one mast, it would be the City mast.
Great stuff.